Well, good morning, DirtFish rally friends. It's day 3 of the Monte Carlo rally. Listen, we have had the most exciting and dramatic opening 8 stages of the event. What might today hold? Well, I'll tell you, shall I? 4 stages, 75 competitive kilometres, and then the long liaison all the way back to Monte Carlo. Listen, don't forget, things happen on that liaison. Chris Meek 2 or 3 years ago, his rally ended on the liaison. But in terms of the stages, 2 stages repeated. As you can see, Trev, have a look. We've got a lot of snow around here. And it's quite cold still. This stage starts in a ski resort. It climbs to a second ski resort. It then plunges down this very, very steep gorge. There was a lot of snow and ice through that stage a couple of days ago. A bit has melted, but it's going to be tricky because this one, yeah, you might even consider studs, certainly super softs. The next stage in the loop, well, that one's a lot drier, a lot less snow and ice. It does climb across a col at round about 1,150 metres. But, again, as Monte Carlo always is, it's a compromise, and it's perhaps who chooses that compromise best that may well come out on top. Let's remind you of where we sit in terms of the overall. Well, after 8 stages, as I say, it's remarkably tight at the top. That man Ogier leads. My money is very much on Ogier. It's all about mastering conditions and challenging conditions out here this weekend. Ogier is the man with the experience. But keeping him honest is his teammate, young Welshman Elfyn Evans. What a day he had yesterday. He'll be there or thereabouts, and we cannot write off Thierry Neuville. He is just, 10 seconds or so off the lead. Those are the 3 we will be particularly concentrating on, because that is where the action and the drama could well happen. But where are we? Well, we're just before the start of stage 9. Drivers, well, they tend to stop. They do their warm-ups before the start of the stage. They give themselves maybe 1.5 kilometres, 2 kilometres, so they can put some heat into those tyres. They can get some heat into the brakes before they get to the start line. This is young Katsuta-san. What a rally he is having. Nice and neat and tidy. 7th overall after 2 days. Katsuta-san. Such challenging conditions, but you're doing well. You're keeping the car on the road and some really good pace out there.
Yeah, it's getting better also in the car. I mean, I need to make better confidence myself. So this is a main target on this rally, and yeah, it's okay. New day and new challenge, but we try to survive.
What have you heard about these 2 stages? This one looks like a lot of snow. What are you hearing about the conditions over the 2 stages?
Yeah, both are not similar, but yeah, second one also still some ice and snow, so it's not easy. Yeah, anyway, both are a big challenge.
Doing a great job, Katsuta-san. Keep it together, my friend.
Thank
there we go. Takamoto-san, Katsuta-san, whatever. What would you prefer us to call you? Taka-san?
Taka is fine.
Taka-san. We like to be polite, though, because he is the politest driver in the WRC. Let's go down and see who else is appearing here. Isn't it just beautiful, Trev? I know you're from America, and I know you have some beautiful scenery in America, but look at this. It's absolutely glorious. These hillsides just a couple of days ago were absolutely white. There we go. Gus Greensmith making his way up towards the start. This is Teemu Sunninen. Big plume of oily smoke out the back of the car. That's nothing to worry about. You know, as they come out of service, sometimes there's a little bit of overfill in the oil. As the car starts up, it bursts with that plume of smoke. It's effectively oil smoke. Everything is good. Sunninen needs to find a little bit more confidence in this car today. It was a torrid start for the Fords. Remember, they had problems in the opening night. Let's just have a quick look, if we can, without getting knocked over, Trev. Quick look at the grills. They've changed them a little bit. Remember, that's the air intake. The airflow is critical in these cars to keep. You'd imagine in these temperatures, cooling the engine wouldn't be too much of an issue. But it is if the airflow is disrupted into the engine. And all of those leaves that were gathering on this grill were causing problems. And Sunninen hasn't really got into this rally yet. He needs to find a little bit of confidence out there this weekend. Best of luck to Teemu and to this man. He's a legend, isn't he? What's he won? 13 rallies with Mikko Havinen, something like that. 14 rallies, I think it is. But perhaps, Trev, I think you might agree with me, driver of the rally, maybe not quite, but he's close to it so far, is young Kalle Rovanpera. What we've seen with these new generation World Rally cars is that they're difficult to master. We've seen many young drivers over the past 3 seasons getting into these cars and really struggling. Not this young man. He's got into the car and he set some great times. Can we have a very quick word with you? I know you've got lots to do this morning, Kalle. You must be delighted with your performance so far. It's been quick where it's been safe, and it's been mature where you've had to be mature. It's been very impressive.
Yeah, it has been quite okay. I'm not fully happy with that because I would want to be faster in some conditions, but like yesterday we had totally dry parts, and if we compare the data and everything, we did really well on those, so I can be happy for that.
What impressed me more than anything was the maturity. You used your head. You knew that there was nothing to win on the icy stages and on the real icy sections, and you were absolutely sure about getting through those sections and then showing your pace where it was safer.
Yeah, that's not so normal for me, so it was good to use the head sometimes, but that's good.
Showing that there is a big brain, there's a big rally brain within that nice haircut of Kalle Rovanpera. He has been impressive. You know, we talked about it with Seb Marshall last night. It can take young rally drivers many seasons to actually get to the level where they're consistently competitive, competing first off for podiums and then ultimately for wins. It took Tanak 4 or 5 years. It took Neuville 2 or 3 years. Mikkelsen never quite got there. Elvin Evans is still getting there after 3 or 4 full-time seasons. It took Ogier 6 months. It will take this kid, I think, 6 months. I think by the time we get to Rally Finland, he will be pushing for the podium, and who knows, we might see something quite remarkable on Rally Finland. He is the most precocious of talents. He's a freak in the nicest possible way. So, folks, do you know, there'll be more cars coming up, but I think that we've given you a little flavour of what we can expect today. What to look out for on stage 9. The snow, the ice, the changeable conditions. Who's got the head to keep it tidy on the snow and ice, and the bravery to push when the conditions dry out. It's a fascinating battle at the top between Ogier, Evans and Neuville. Keep an eye on DirtFish.com for all of the news, all of the stories, all of the gossip from day 3 of Rallye Monte-Carlo.